for it, Jim.
They certainly are. Well done. As Bade is back to receive the kick here in a moment as New England defers. Earn the right to go to Santa Clara, Super Bowl 60, as we get started with the touchback through the back of the end attempt during the regular season. And it's been 749 days. They have chemistry for the last 2 years and practice a lot together. They're going to begin with a handoff. The Patriots are there to meet Harvey. Punt. Boy, did he have a key punt in the overtime against Buffalo. 54-yarder that went out of bounds at the 8. He's angling another one that looks very similar to that punt.
Do not want to punt the ball to Jones. Perfect job by Crusher.
56 yards on that punt. Almost identical to what we saw when they 72% during the regular season. It led the NFL. He's the youngest quarterback to ever lead the league.
This would be an incredible environment to have to handle, though.
First down, they're going on the ground too, and Stevenson finds
been off the charts. Talk about his completion percentage. Well, look at the completion percentage versus blitz. 17 touchdowns, 0 picks, 68 point game.
Back-to-back years in the league. 2nd and 5. Running it again, and this time Denver stuffs it right at the line.
When he forced that, and I feel like both coaches are keeping it close to the vest for both these quarterbacks, right? Just 2 runs, trying to get off.
3rd and 4 from the 14. May gets it away, and it's almost intercepted. Hufanga had a play on the
fool. He's going to pretend to go inside, and then he falls right back. And this should have been a pick going the other way, except Diggs does a great job.
So it's Behringer into punt. Caught at the 43 and right.
Oh, fool. He's going to pretend to go inside, and then he falls right back. And this should have been a pick going the other way, except Diggs does a great job.
So it's Behringer into punt. Caught at the 43 and right. Oh. Going to start, Tony, what you called for, looking to go up top. Does he get the time? Couple of nice dodges, and now throws it down the field.
19 went out of bounds and was the first to touch. That's a loss of down at the previous spot. 2nd down. Correction, it was number 12.
Yeah, so officiate and govern over this AFC Championship game, but they did try to throw it. But again, there was pressure on him, Tony.
There was, and right here you've got.
There's a quick throw. It was wide of the mark, and that could have gone for good yardage. He knows it too.
That is all nerves. You haven't played in, especially this environment, ever. He's like, it's okay.
Patriots rushing 4, and he's going deep. He's got a man open, by the way. He's got it at the 10-yard line.
Oh, and to get started, he's going to run right past the corner, and Stidham looks off. The safety, Hawkins, the one area you expect them to be a little safe, right? With a backup quarterback, not Sean Payton, and not Mrs. Stidham right there.
Catches after being injured on the opening kick return and missed about a quarter and a half, being diagnosed for a possible concussion.
Well, I think that was the X factor we talked about last week, because you expect him to be the gadget guy, the return guy, and now you use him. This is one area.
1st and goal from the 7, and it's Bryant. Bryant slips through 2 tackles and does great work just to get back. Bryant.
Yeah, and they're trying to get this right out on the edge, and it's just a great job of setting the edge. Chase on, who's really come out playoffs, though.
Ready? What do we say?
On 2nd and goal. Take the handoff there, the end zone. Wide open! Caught for a touchdown!
Corner and safety, you've got to go ahead and in and out here, but they have their eyes in the backfield. And this is just
by Lutz. And it's 7-0. Cortland Sutton, who was silenced for 3.5 quarters last week, and then was
from the 26. Handoff is to
presented by Intuit TurboTax. What a drive. What a throw on a 3rd and
a deep ball. And that's not calms your nerves.
Johnson just brought up from the practice squad, veteran. Here's May starting this drive out of the gun and finding a quick completion to Diggs side, giving them 6 up front, and they're going to run it to his side and stop the yard short is Stevenson as Green.
All those years comes back. All of a sudden Drake May has an incredible season. He's going against Vance Joseph, who nub side, no receivers out wide.
Hand it off on 3rd and 1, and it looks like it's enough for the first. And of course, they had the lead block by Tunga coming over.
Playing offense years ago in New England and catching touchdowns in big games, and Tunga comes in at fullback.
First down. May quickly over to Diggs. Stuck initially by Mike Millen, and loss of 2.
It's just an unbelievable job by him to just come flying down, read the block, and he has made some outstanding.
2nd and 12. Protected. Launching. And knocked away. That is.
Denver's going to wear him out and say, you guard that guy, and we're going to overload everybody else. But we need you to win your matchup or else.
3rd and 12 with that pass rush tee off. Here they come. May got it away. Diggs, though, has 2 Broncos on him, and he's thrown.
A little bit of a problem in the playoffs. Will Campbell, he whiffs. He's trying to just knock him down, but
by the Broncos. 2nd punt now. Already. Ball not deep, but bouncing around.
First down begins with Harvey. Sidestepping 1 tackle. Bursting ahead, fighting. He's only 5'9".
Hold up when you see the shell coverage at the back end, and then a play that he started his career off with Josh McDaniels calling. They use it for a touchdown. This defense is, you can eliminate 50% of the tendencies.
2nd and 1. He fakes the handoff to McLaughlin. Now he's going to throw it for the first down to Bryant. That's all they need.
This is outstanding. Pause that right there. He's going to actually, these guys are covering him. But the reason why he actually gets him open is because Stidham looks them off. Another motion.
On first down. He keeps it. Look at all the room, and he slides.
He goes ahead and keeps it. Another great play call. Sean Payton was on fire last week. The timing of everything, and I think
you watch. That's been the battle cry. 2nd and 2. And Harvey trying to get to the sticks.
Just to have a backup quarterback. Your whole season can be over if you didn't really plan for that in the offseason, and they understand.
Now everybody knows me as such. 1st and 10. There's a handoff back to Harvey. Got an injured Patriot defender, Robert Spillane, who they lean on a lot in the middle of that linebacking core. Medical tent. He wears the green dots, so you see Gibbons now will have that helmet and that responsibility for this New England. Harvey hands on him quickly, and again that is brought down Notre Dame. It's a 3rd and 9. Stidham goes down the middle of the field, and the ball's dropped.
But let's wait, and it gets up on him. It's actually an incredible throw because he's under duress in the pocket to get it out, and it almost extends the drive. But do not punt to this guy.
Yeah, he is scary if you're trying to defend the Marcus Jones. And that ball bounces in after hit. We're back with New England's 3rd possession. They've traveled Brady and Manning in 2013 and 2015. Handoff goes to the rookie Henderson. And he's stacked up.
Man, we talked to Josh McDaniels last night. Right now in this huddle, the goal is to get out of it with 22.
2nd and 6. Bootleg, and May chased and thrown down.
The backside tight end, and then actually use him as a catapult to get the quarterback and to get him down.
Now he comes in and forces a 3rd and 15 as May goes underneath, and Stevenson
the ball, right? That's what you're going to do. Sometimes you got to let it go.
They're talking about dangerous returners. Here's one. Mims fields it. 42.
Guess who?
7-0 Denver. Nationwide total yardage 82 for Denver. 52 of it coming on.
Do a snap, motion, get to the right play.
Hand off McLaughlin. And he's out to about the 47.
In Texas. And this week I had a chance to speak to Webb, who said he showed Stidham examples of backup quarterbacks who have come in and won, so he can spin how you handle this and your success.
Okay, Trace, here's a 2nd and 7 to Ingram, the tight end. And they'll close out the... Welcome back to Empower Field at Mile High for the start of the 2nd quarter. Makes the handoff, and he'll go with the safe throw to McLaughlin. Tries to split the defenders.
A touchdown pass. in our game with them last week, and I feel like both these teams are doing that a bunch. They're giving right over the top of everyone like they did.
2nd and 8. Tries to zip that one, and it's caught by Sutton at the 40.
I think I would sit here and try and draw him off sides, as Stidham's gotten off to a great, after the little rough start. He's been playing great since.
Ready, wait, we set.
Okay, out of the gun. 3rd and 3. Sets his feet, fires, got it.
Settling in, I mean, watch. He's got to go ahead and read both guys. Boom, 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 and then send it. And that ball, if it's left inside, can go the other way.
Last week it was in concussion protocol. But back for the start here in this one. 1st and 10. Harvey, second time he's found some running room. It's his 22 coming on 2 rushes. Stuffed the other times. Oh, look at this. They go with Prentice, who only...
Old school football, calling a great game right now. They want to finish with 7, though, instead of 3. Right, or are you going to fake it?
Going to hand it off to the right side, behind the right guard. It's Harvey for a gain of 3. 2nd and 8, we'll call it. Stidham rolls. There's room, not much. Closed in on.
Basically didn't allow it, and they did this a bunch the last couple weeks where the guys are all getting to their areas, very disciplined. They plaster, and then there's a lot of different ways as well.
3rd and 6. Here comes the pressure. He's running away from it. Stidham running after the chains. And offensive line. They bring in Prentice, the fullback who's already converted on a 3rd and 1 on this drive. Now time 2026 NFL Pro Bowl games. Powered by Verizon. Just watch the league's top stars face off in an AFC. So early gamble here, assuming they're not just trying to draw them off sides. You got Lutz who
kick this, because I'm like, we're talking about one of the best fronts and teams that stop. These are high, but these guys are tight. Going to be hard to run in the middle. Got to throw it.
Oh, they're coming after him, and he is intercepted.
No one better situational football than New England. So prepared. Should have kicked that field goal like we talked about, I think. Gave them a chance to get more prepared. This is a huge drive for New England here.
Could be a momentum changer as May is being pursued and brought down.
The reason why it's a tough matchup for New England. Some teams are easier to beat than others. Styles make fun.
IR makes a big catch to get the Patriots out of that jam.
I mean, this is 20. Absolute huge.
It was a big one.
Huge.
1st down run. And that's Stevenson.
The half before the 3rd down play there. And now at least, even if you don't go down and score, you give your defensive...
Both of them former head coaches of the Denver Broncos. Here's a 2nd and 8. And a completion to Dig. 4 catches, 12 yards for Stefan, who's playing in a championship game for the 3rd time in his career. Snap. 3rd and 3. And there's May in traffic. Just got back to the line of scrimmage.
You put all these guys up in here, make it look like everyone's coming, then you end up just rushing 4. But that speeds Drake May's internal clock up. I thought he had a chance to...
By the Broncos.
That was the concern coming in.
And the punt, week's time. Start this drive with a handoff. Harvey spins out of a tackle.
Quarter. He missed 4 games this season with an ankle injury. Good sign. He was working himself out on the sideline, putting weight on it, changing direction. Jack.
They're going to the Raiders and now with the Patriots. Here's a 2nd and 5. And that pass behind Sutton is
supposed to run in to a New England defender, Woodson, right there. The safety's down, and so that actually disrupts the timing. There's opportunities outside. Are you going to take them?
Looking to his right now. Dumps it off instead, and reaching out is Mims.
They go levels, just read one side high to low.
And you got the 2 incredible punt returners right there on that. 1st down. Look at this lane. And that's McLaughlin.
Last game and didn't return. This time it is a hamstring injury he suffered on the 1st drive. Tried to work through it, went into the locker room.
So Elijah Moore is a guy that he had to bring up.
Yeah, who you see in motion right there.
Yeah. McLaughlin earned
the 5 games. Whoever had home field advantage won, right, in the history of Patriots and the Broncos. But it's like anybody got to try.
Backing up. Oh, the ball comes out by the Patriots. For the snap, Tony, but you can't turn the ball over here.
It just felt to me right here. I'm like, this feels like you're going to get intentional grounding. Yeah.
Offense number 8. Ball's placed at the spot of the foul. Lost it down. 4th down.
Never seen a home crowd.
About Alex Kemp was ruling forward pass on the play. When Stidham goes this way, he's pushing it with 2 hands forward, not backward. That's why the flag hit the ground forward.
And the ball came out.
And they're calling that a pass, and it's intentional grounding. No one's in the area. Doesn't get back to the line of
challenge flag back in the pocket.
Does that ball go forward? Because if it goes backwards.
All right, Gene. After all of that, recovered by New England, they reversed their
ball as you're throwing it forward, and it ends up going backwards.
No, you would rule on where it was tipped at. It was where it would leave his hand, and if the defense tipped it, that's clearly backward, though, and a good job.
Now things shifted very quickly.
From the 12. Quick pass. Booty and Moss cuts him down.
Team after this, like, feeling to start.
2nd and 4. Taken off is May. Drake May to the end zone for the New England touchdown.
Is a chess match, and you see just the numbers right here. I'm going to throw it. No, you're not. Get up on the 2nd level. Just
was able to go up ahead and take out Sternad and clear the path for his quarterback, and the extra point by Borogalkos have a timeout, 1 timeout. Of course, Patriots trying to make a stop, and don't forget that they deferred at the top. Yeah, Stidham recovers after making that huge error. He's got pressure again, able to just throw it out of bounds.
It's not there, throw it away.
2nd and 10. Across the middle, he's got his target. They got a 1st down. Going to the 2-minute warning. NFL on CBS is sponsored by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And by coming up, JB. How long? Nate, Kirk Cousins, and Coach Cowher, you know, all-time host through the Steelers in the draft pick. 1st and 10. Stidham's pass incomplete, and it looked like Humphrey.
And Stidham throws it earlier than he really wants to, and that was the one area that I thought they'll have a little bit more time here technically.
No, they're on him, and it's Barmore with the sack.
Right there, which is not that easy, and that's happened to Miners twice today. And
put pressure on a offensive line that has 2 first-team All-Pros in Garrett Bowles.
Throw it under the sticks, let someone go get it.
There it is, Tony. It's Ingram, cuts back, and
with the pressure being provided and things getting very tight for the play callers in the court.
Delivering the coffin corner kick, if you will.
And you see Vrabel talking to Jones, who's as dynamic as we've seen in the national.
Very effectively. This one, though, is heading toward the left, and for the year, let's see, 1st and 10, they're going to go ground. Stevenson with Singleton there, along with Roach.
This is such a levels. How this next 2 plays turn out is going to be huge.
2nd and 5. Down the middle, and Henry, we were just talking.